So it's interesting, everything starts with the feet when we're standing, right? Because that's the bottom point of our weight. And so the way that our feet are feeling and relating to the floor is our point of reference. I like to start always with checking in with my feet, and there's a lot of stuff going on. For me personally, especially on my right side, something about my right foot just doesn't want to relax, and so I have to pay extra special attention to sending healing energy down to that right foot. And there's loads of theories about that. I mean, people have all sorts of patterns of walking that we've developed over our lifetimes, in large part from studying the way as kids, mirroring and mimicking the way that our parents walk. And so we grew up just like a little baby duckling, waddling behind the bigger duck. We grew up taking on certain patterns in the body that may be emotional patterns that go way back, and they're inherited. So we're trying to let go of all this stuff by finding center, right? And so we're trying to find center not only in our body as a whole, wherein 50% of our weight is on each foot. That's really important. But also within the feet themselves. So that's the hard part for me, is finding within my feet themselves where is center. So I try to arrange my feet around that center line, and then that's going to travel up the legs. And I'm trying to find that place where I can kind of vacuum up that center line. All 10 toes stretch out and relax and reach. So if you can see some mat between your toes, that's great. You've got some space between your toes, right? So if you think of your feet like hands, all of a sudden you have more awareness and more connection at the bottom part, like the base of your toes. If you think of them as connecting, like plugging in to the ground. So my weight is on the ball part of my foot, but my whole foot is flat on the floor. So my foot's flat and grounded on the floor, but my weight is right on top of that crescent-shaped ball of the foot, part of the foot. So the toes are actually relaxed, but then I can press the tips of my toes down into the ground and start connecting like I'm an electrical cord that's just been plugged into an outlet. And if I plug into that outlet, I'm going to drink in power, and that power is going to shoot up through my whole system. So it's like I got power. I plugged in a charger. I plugged in a cable, right? And I'm going to charge up. Using the energy from the floor, I'm going to pull it up from my toes, from my feet, into my legs, into my core, into my chest, into my collarbones, into the crown of my head, into my fingertips. But it's all coming from the floor through my feet. So through where my feet are contacting the floor, I'm drinking in. It's like roots of a plant, right, that go down into the earth. And a thirsty plant is just dying for water, and the water comes in, and the roots go, thank God, right? Drinking in that water. So drink in that prana from the earth. Use it. It's there for you to use and access and drink in to you. So you want to get as much power from the life force of the universe as you can. And that's what yoga is designed to help us do.